Ladies and gentlemen, this is the $15,000 Body Slam Challenge. Now, if Big John Studd is body slammed, he will lose $15,000. However, if Andre the Giant is body slammed, he must retire. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, weighing 367 pounds, Big John Studd.
Big John Studd putting up $15,000 of his own money to prove a point, to send a clear message that there's only room for one giant in WWE, and that's Big John Studd.
Bobby Heenan would love to go down in history as the manager of the man who retired Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble in the French house, weighing 476 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant looking very confident tonight.
He better be confident, JR, because if he does not slam Big John Studd, he'll be forced to retire tonight. WWE fans around the world may be getting their last look at Andre the Giant.
Seems like a lopsided bet to me, King. I mean, $15,000 against a man's career.
Well, Andre was willing to do it. He feels confident that he can slam Big John Studd.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andre the Giant and Big John Studd face off in this $15,000 Body Slam Challenge.
Well, the grudge between these two started when Big John Studd cut Andre's hair after getting disqualified in a match.
Well, Studd challenged Andre to this match and put $15,000 of his own money on the line that Andre cannot slam him.
Yeah, but if Andre cannot slam Studd, he has to retire from the WWE. I believe the Giant Studd cannot be slammed.
Well, we're going to find that out right now, King. Big John Studd is feeling firsthand what many have felt before him, the unbridled power of Andre the Giant.
Oh, it's hard to comprehend the strength and power of Andre until you get in the ring with him. And by then, it's too late.
For a normal competitor, I would agree, King, but Big John Studd is not a normal competitor.
You put the raw physical power of the Giant Studd with the cunning intellect of Bobby the Brain Heenan, and I'm not sure any superstar could overcome them. Andre just may prove me wrong, though.
Look at that reversal. He got it with that takedown. Now a quick kick. Oh, Lord almighty, what a chop. The sound is echoing to the far reaches of this packed arena.
Oh, no! His shoulder just collided into the ring post.
Oh, slammed down hard and with authority. Turns it around on him, and what a move.
Oh, wait, nice reversal. Ouch! You can hear that in different time zones. Oh man, paintbrushed.
Oh man, there might be no getting up from that.
Oh, this isn't good.
Still in trouble here. Andre seems to be softening him up, getting ready for the body slam.
Usually you see two guys body slam each other all the time. But look at these two guys, JR. They might break the ring if they slam each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first encounter between Big John Studd and Andre the Giant. These two despise each other, and all that animosity has led to tonight.
The Giant Stud has waited for this moment his entire life, and we're seeing a more aggressive and ruthless Stud than ever before.
A hard right hand.
Man, that one rocked him.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, what impact. A clubbing axe handle. What an elbow drop. Andre is determined to put Big John Studd down, to wear him out, to weaken him so he can finish the match and earn $15,000, $25,000 plus on their feet. He's got it.
I can't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Andre looking for the money. Look at this. He's throwing the money out. Uh-oh. Bobby the Brain Heenan grabbed the bag of money. Unbelievable. More important than any amount of money, Andre the Giant does not have to retire.
And he certainly doesn't need the $15,000. Andre the Giant standing tall over Big John Studd.
This is the main event to be held inside of a steel cage for the WWE Championship. The winner of this match is the first man to exit the cage, either through the door or over the top, accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan. Introducing the challenger from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 468 pounds, King Kong Bundy. And his opponent, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 302 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Here you got it. Hogan and Bundy inside the steel cage.
This is what the world has come to. Look at Hulk Hogan, the greatest professional athlete in the whole of the world. Isn't he a magnificent sight?
Well, that's your opinion, JR. We may see a new champion tonight. You can see Hogan's ribs taped up heavily. King Kong Bundy did the damage to him in Phoenix, and I personally think Hogan is coming back way too soon. Oh, boy, look at the goal. This should be an outstanding match.
Got the world's attention by attacking Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event a few months ago and delivering multiple avalanches to Hogan's ribs.
Bundy gloated for weeks about how he put Hogan down and how easy it was. The walking condominium challenged Hogan for the WWE Championship here at WrestleMania.
And let's not forget that Hogan's doctors advised Hulk to sit out WrestleMania. His ribs are broken and have not healed completely.
I don't believe those ribs have healed either, JR, but Hulk wouldn't miss getting his hands on Bundy for anything. Oh my gosh, big time impact.
That reverse swinging neckbreaker has claimed victory over many a superstar. The two lock up, jockeying for position.
Ouch! Launched right into the steel post.
Bundy is feeling the power of Hulkamania.
Oh, it's going to take a lot more than that to put Bundy away, JR.
King Kong Bundy weighing in at 468 pounds for this matchup. I can't recall if Hulk Hogan has ever fought against an opponent this big before.
He certainly hasn't fought a man this size while working through broken ribs. Man, DDT right on his face. Reversal.
He might have a fractured rib.
Well, he was able to reverse and get out of that.
Bam! And that punch lands hard.
Oh, reversal. Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, God, what impact. Look at this. Hogan wearing Bundy down, staying on the big man. Bundy has taken a tremendous amount of damage, and he's still fighting. One has to ask, how much more can Bundy take?
What people don't understand is the sheer size of the walking condominium. Bundy is no normal athlete. Hogan has given Bundy everything he has, and Bundy is still standing.
In a match like this, with so much animosity involved, the WWE Championship is almost secondary.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
There's no call for this, JR. Bobby Heenan is the manager. He did nothing to interfere in this match.
Heenan brought this upon himself, and now he's going to pay. Steel bars for Heenan.
This is horrible, JR.
He was the one who instigated all the trouble, and this is payback time.
Hogan retains his WWE title, JR.
And the fans love their champion. You're probably not too happy, King.
Well, there you see Hulk Hogan, the egomaniac that he is. He has to stop and pose. You'll never see me doing something like that. King Kong Bundy. So close, yet so far from winning the WWE Championship. Woo, what a match, JR. What a match.
I'll have to agree with you, King. That was a tremendous, powerful struggle. A brutal and a very dangerous display between two world-class athletes.
Well, I'll tell you what, JR. Someday, sometime, Hulk Hogan's going to have to step in the ring with me.
Reigning Intercontinental Champion Randy Macho Man Savage took things too far in his title defense against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He can't breathe. Look at that. He can't breathe.
Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, was in a state of shock when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat came back.
Steamboat returning to the ring after suffering a crushed larynx.
But this time, in front of the largest audience in the world, I will not only embarrass you, not only pin you with the 1, 2, 3 count, but I'm going to put you out for good. The day has finally come. We have reached our moment. We clash like two titans. But there will only be one winner.
Macho Man and the Dragon would settle their differences in the ring at WrestleMania 3. But this was not the only heated rivalry going into the big event.
WrestleMania 3, the biggest main event of all time. The heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan, and the challenger, Hulk's former friend, Andre the Giant.
When I saw him out there with Bobby the Weasel Heenan, I knew he was different.
I'm here for one reason, to challenge you for a World Championship match in the WrestleMania.
You can't believe it? Maybe you'll believe this, Hogan.
When you tore my shirt off, man, when you tore the cross, you tore the heart and soul out of all the little Hulksters, man.
Believe me, WrestleMania 3 will be your last lesson. Au revoir.
Making his way down the runway, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, the Macho Man, with Miss Elizabeth.
This contest is for the Intercontinental Championship, and it is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Miss Elizabeth from Sarasota, Florida. Weighing 239 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Well, I'll tell you, Macho's looking good, and Elizabeth is looking good. And listen to the ovation here in Detroit. Oh, they love the Macho Man in the Motor City.
It's been just about a year and 2 months since Macho Man literally stole the title from Tito Santana in Boston.
I am so tired of hearing about how Macho Man stole the title. The man is a world-class athlete. He won the title and has defended it for over a year. Give Savage some credit, JR.
Introducing the challenger. From Hawaii, weighing 237 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with something to prove against the reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Well, Steamboat is no slouch. Savage will have to keep his mind sharp and focused to retain his Intercontinental Championship tonight.
Very true, King. Plus are on their feet to meet and greet Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And this is going to be a tremendous title match. And there it is. That's what we're here for. Ladies and gentlemen, this all started many months ago when Randy Savage brutally attacked the Dragon, crushing his larynx and nearly ending his career.
Yeah, Savage drove Steamboat's throat into the steel barricade with his flying axe handle and then used the ring bell to further damage the larynx from the top rope.
It certainly looked like Steamboat's career was over. No one expected him to return from such a gruesome injury.
Dragon rehabbed and focused on facing the Macho Man here at WrestleMania 3. This match is about more than just the Intercontinental Championship. It's about payback. And there's the toss. What a chop.
The Dragon is picking his spots, trying to feel the Macho Man out to find out the Macho Man's weaknesses.
Well, good luck with that, Dragon. Macho Man has few, if any, weaknesses.
Every man has weaknesses, King.
Steamboat's weakness is his windpipe. After all that he's had to overcome, I'm surprised the Dragon can even breathe, let alone compete. Oh, what a shot! Wow, drop kick. That landed like a ton of bricks.
Randy Macho Man Savage needs to turn this thing around somehow and get back in the hunt.
Great counter. Steamboat is simply amazing. Why is the guy that's
Macho Man has to be careful here. The Dragon has found his stride and is really bringing the fight to the Intercontinental Champion.
Well, Savage has a history of letting his emotions get the best of him.
The man nearly ended Dragon's career 6 months ago. It's one thing to defend your title, but Savage was trying to put the Dragon out for good.
You don't know that, JR. Macho Man was defending his title. We don't know if he was intentionally trying to end the Dragon's career. Oh, this is dangerous right here. Uh-oh, he's in position, ready to strike. Watch out!
Give Savage credit where credit is due. A lesser man would have been put away a long time ago.
Oh, he's a great champion, JR. Well, they're both great. These are two supreme. It's like a dream come true.
Here is your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
for a title match. And number two, never wanted a title match.
Never wanted it? Well, to your knowledge, and it's wrong, he's got a title match tonight, and he definitely asked for it. He ripped the shirt off the champion as well as the necklace. And I figure that's a direct way of asking for it.
And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing 294 pounds, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
The roof is about to explode as these 93,000 plus greeted. You're looking at the greatest professional athlete in the world today, the WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's the champion right now, JR, but he may not be in a few minutes. Let me run it down. Hogan, 6'8", 294 pounds. Neck, 21 inches. Chest, 58 inches. Biceps at a phenomenal 24 inches. Hands, 13.5 inches. And that's the tail of the tape.
A phenomenal individual. Just look around, King. Hulkamania is alive and running wild.
Oh, boy, look at the goal. This should be an outstanding match.
Look at the stare. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Look at the size of the giant. I mean, Hogan is 6'8".
Andre is 7'5".
What could Hogan possibly be saying to him?
I would certainly like to be able to read lips at this point.
Whoa, he's hulking up right now.
A big serve from Andre. The time for talk is over. It doesn't get any bigger than this, ladies and gentlemen. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship.
The biggest match in the history of professional wrestling, JR. It all started when Andre came out on Piper's Pit to celebrate Hogan's WWE Championship reign.
Andre got a surprise, though, as they gave him a trophy for being undefeated for 15 years. But his trophy was slightly smaller than Hogan's.
Right. Then Bobby Heenan got in his ear, and before you knew it, Hogan's shirt and necklace were ripped off by Andre, and the biggest match of all time was made. That's why we're here. That's why 93,173 fans are here.
Collar and elbow tie-up being applied. Hogan entering unfamiliar territory. Watch it!
Boy, he was able to reverse and get out of that.
Hogan found his mark, and Andre realizes that Hogan is here to fight.
Well, that may be true, JR, but Andre is showing no fear of Hulk Hogan's strength.
I don't think Andre is afraid of anyone or anything, King.
Andre has no reason to fear any man, especially Hulk Hogan.
And he sends him flying to the outside. Andre the Giant continuing to administer the punishment to Hogan.
Andre headbutted the ring post. He went for a headbutt, and Hogan dropped out of the way.
These 93,000 fans are watching the two most dominant competitors of all time.
Hogan is determined to achieve the impossible. Oh!
The Hulkster is holding on for dear life. Hogan's on spaghetti legs right now and needs to regroup.
Come on, he's in a match. And there's an elbow drop.
The put Andre showing the effects from the power power of Hulkamania. Hulk is making a statement here tonight. You want this championship? Well, then you've got to beat me for it.
Sure, but can he keep this up? It's one thing to hit Andre with some punches. It's another thing to beat him, and nobody ever has.
In his 15-year career, no one has defeated Andre. He's rarely even been on his feet. History is not on Hulk Hogan's side.
I'm not sure anyone can defeat him, JR. I mean, look at the size of Andre.
He just reversed that with ease.
He was able to reverse that. He's got him up.
And he blocked it. Into kick out. Unbelievable, King. If he had told me that Hulk Hogan was going to bring the fight to Andre like this, I would have never believed it. I never thought I'd see the day. Hogan has struck the Giant. Hogan is hulking up, King. We're seeing what Hogan is really made of.
He slammed the Giant. I don't believe it. Oh. He's got him up.
The end could very well be near.
Man, that's fast. If you blink, you might have missed it.
My God almighty, against all the odds.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, Hulk Hogan.
Listen to the ovation. Hogan is truly a real American.
What can I say? I'll give credit where credit is due. I never thought it could be done, JR.
Never underestimate the ability of WWE Champion Hulk Hogan.
That's the first time in 15 years that Andre the Giant has ever been defeated.
Hulk Hogan has done the impossible on the stage of the greatest wrestling event of all time, WrestleMania 3. History has been made tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. Introducing first, accompanied by Andre the Giant, the $1 million man, and DiBiase.
The $1 million man being led down to the ring by Andre the Giant.
If I had to stand back-to-back in an alley and fight, I'd definitely want Andre with me and not Miss Elizabeth.
And his opponent, accompanied by Miss Elizabeth, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Macho Man Randy Savage making his way to the ring with the lovely Miss Elizabeth.
We're going to see history made here tonight, as one of these two men will be crowned the undisputed WWE Champion.
Macho Man has got to be thinking about one thing, and one thing only. Tonight, in the main event of WrestleMania 4, it's all or nothing.
You can feel the tension right now. This is what it has all come down to. Savage and DiBiase for the WWE Championship.
And this is going to be a tremendous title match. And there it is. That's what we're here for. Randy Savage has competed 3 times tonight already. Ted DiBiase got a bye in the semifinals due to the double disqualification between Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
Well, DiBiase is well rested, and he has Andre the Giant in his corner. The deck is certainly stacked against the Macho Man.
Andre beat Hogan for the WWE Championship 2 months ago, and then surrendered the title to DiBiase.
WWE Championship was vacant.
The $1 Million Man, feeling the fury of the Macho Madness.
Savage is so unpredictable. You can try to make a game plan, but once you're in the ring, all bets are off.
You have to think at some point that Andre is going to get involved. He has a direct financial interest in DiBiase becoming the WWE Champion.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man, JR. I just wonder how much Andre is getting paid tonight.
Look at this. Ted DiBiase needs some real help.
He's in big trouble.
Uh-oh, nice counter. Randy Macho Man Savage needs to turn this thing around somehow.
I bet they could hear that one up in the rafters. Textbook snap there.
Macho is on fire as Ted DiBiase is feeling the madness tonight.
All the money in the world doesn't mean... Well, Macho had 3 matches earlier tonight, and he is still bringing the fight to DiBiase.
DiBiase sent over the top to the floor below. Macho Man to the top, and Andre has stepped in to protect the $1 Million Man. Andre is asking Savage to jump.
Oh, the Macho Man can't jump from there. I can't believe it. This is definitely going to even things out. There's Hulk Hogan.
Heading back into the ring now.
Oh, this isn't good. Man, there's no getting up from that.
Back into the ring now. Look at this. Ted DiBiase needs some real help.
What's he going to do here? Watch it. Whoa, what's this? Oh, no. What did we just see? going to the top, high risk. Nice move. Whoa, whoa. This guy's just getting...
It's not looking good for DiBiase. Macho Man to the top.
Oh, man.
And Macho Man is down.
Looking at the Macho Man, I think the 3 matches he had earlier in the evening may have taken too much out of him.
DiBiase with $1 million dream locked in near the ropes. Andre swatting Savage away, and the ref steps in. Here comes the Hulkster with a chair. He covers the $1 million man, and the ref did not see it.
That's terrible, JR. I can't believe Hogan would stoop to that level.
DiBiase is out cold. Savage looking around and realizes victory is within his grasp.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now. No! Oh, he got him! Sometimes when you go high risk, you crash and burn. And sometimes you knock it out of the park. And that was a perfect example of hitting it.
DiBiase, a tremendous athlete with the upper hand on Macho Man. Perhaps his biggest advantage is having Andre as his hired muscle.
Macho Man definitely has his work cut out for him tonight. I mean, it's one thing to defeat the $1 million man by himself, but with Andre in his corner, it might take a miracle for Savage to walk out the WWE champion. Three. Heading to the top rope. Incoming.
Macho Man perched on that top rope like we've seen him so many.
That's the cover. I think he's finished.
Your winner and new undisputed WWE champion, Randy Macho Man Savage.
We have a new champion. It's bedlam here. It's pandemonium.
You know, I gotta say, Ted DiBiase was robbed because he had that sleeper hold sunk in, and Hogan hit him with a chair. I can't believe Hogan would do that in front of all the Hulkamaniacs worldwide.
Macho Man handing the gold to Elizabeth. They have worked so hard for this moment. The 20,000 plus here in Atlantic City are on their feet to celebrate the new WWE champion, Macho Man Randy Savage.
What a difference a year makes. A year ago at this time, you were at the side of the Macho Man when he became the undisputed world champ. 1 year later, you're going to be challenging this very same man for the world crown.
1 year ago, brother, me and the Macho Man were as one. We were best of friends. I should have seen this thing coming, man. As the Mega Power team was formed, brother, the Mania was a little bit ahead of the madness, man.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, I remember way back when the Mega Powers were bonded. Yeah, you made a lot of promises to the Macho Man, didn't you? Promises that you didn't keep.
He made me believe that he was in my corner, Mean Gene, and he was ready to fight all odds.
Macho Man Randy Savage went so far as to attack your Hulkamaniac.
Oh, yeah, he did more than just attack the Hulkamaniacs, brother. It was him that was eating alive by the jealousy. He couldn't handle the pressure.
You promised that Elizabeth would never be in a dangerous position. And who had to come in and make that critical save? The Macho Man, Randy Savage, covering for Hogan again. Hogan, I only come down to your matches when it's absolutely necessary. But you play by different rules. Yeah, you gotta get in your grandstanding and your hot dogging, don't you? Yeah.
Brother, you're a cheap shot artist. You were never in my corner. All I want from you is your best. When Hulkamania puts you down, I want the whole world to realize that I beat just your best. And what you're gonna do, Macho Man, when the whole world full of Hulkamaniacs destroy you?